Previously, I made a video about male genital mutilation, or circumcision as it is more commonly known. A link to this video is provided in the description below. In this video, I'd like to briefly expose the discrimination of the UK governments when we compare their responses to female genital mutilation, FGM, and circumcision. In the 27th of January 2019 Sunday Times article, Scotland looks to introduce FGM protection orders. We learn of initiatives by the Scottish Government to eliminate the practice of FGM. The 2010 Equality Act makes it illegal to discriminate between male and female adults, children and babies. If you visit the Citizens' Advice pages on the Equality Act, you will read how the Act also makes public bodies duty-bound to try and eliminate discrimination. Therefore, where is the equivalent initiative for tackling MGM, or circumcision? By their very actions, the Scottish Government is guilty of discrimination under the Equality Act. And not just the Scottish Government, but the English Government too. In a previous video titled Comment 30, UK throws £50 million eradicating female genital mutilation, FGM, in Africa, link below, we learnt how back in November 2018 the International Development Secretary, Penny Mordaunt, announced that the UK government would be giving away £50 million of the taxpayers' hard-earned cash to tackle the illegal practice of FGM. This is not £50 million to be burnt on eliminating this barbaric practice here in the UK, but no, abroad. This is not to be equally shared between FGM and circumcision, but spent exclusively on FGM. And this is not £50 million on FGM and a further £50 million spent on circumcision. Their own actions speak for themselves. They do not view circumcision with equal priority as FGM. This is nothing more than blatant discrimination and a direct breach of their own 2010 Equality Act. Let's conclude with some photographs of the circumcision of male babies, images that are freely available on the internet. From my own research, I have discovered that in these photographs, the rabbis are kissing the cut foreskin, but maybe I'm wrong and a rabbi could correct me, and an email address is provided below. Yes, the blood from the cut, the bleeding open wound, is transferred to the lips of the male rabbi. In the reverse direction, germs, saliva, and potentially herpes are transferred from the male rabbi to the baby. This is not being conducted under clinical conditions. We do not see the rabbi wearing surgical gloves. We do not see him wearing a surgical mask. Indeed, quite the opposite. This is not a clinical environment such as an operating theatre or even a doctor's surgery. Ask yourself, would you let someone operate on you under such non-sterile conditions? As I emphasized in my previous video on this subject, observe how the innocent and defenseless babies are screaming in all three separate photographs. But the UK government is okay with this. They have no publicly announced agenda to address this. The word we seek is barbaric, a barbaric practice being performed under barbaric conditions, by a barbaric ritual, all under the eyes of a UK government that permits such barbaric acts.